Alright, good evening. It's time for a little more work on Rogues, my pirate simulator. I was planning on doing this earlier, but things got in the way. This is my first attempt at an evening stream. We're going to see how this goes. For those of you who know or don't know anything about me, I am a game designer and kind of make everything. And I'm making a game right now that is, as I said, a pirate simulator. It is the roughest of rough right now, but that's frankly how I like it. Keeps kind of, keep these shapes very simple to think about other things. I'm not the most amazing programmer, but I'm decent at it. More than anything, I just like to think about the design of stuff. So right now what we have going on is we have our little ships. These ships all kind of going around to different ports. They have some different sizes, so we do have small, medium, and large ships. Also, if they get within a certain range of each other, they should fire. So the fact that these aren't firing means that they're well, the only reason is hopefully those should be out of weapons. Yep, weapon 0 and cannons. If we go into the weapons here, ball count is 0, and we should see similarly here. Where are we looking? Not in the control AI, but that ship hold, weapon 0, ship weapons, ball count is 0. So this one, on the other hand, should start firing at this. Maybe it'll actually shoot it. That'll be more advanced. We've got a ways to go in the design of this game before they're actually going to get strategic with the way they fire at each other. So I just like to think about it as a little bit of an ant, an ant farm. So this one coming into port, we should see. Right now, supplies are down to 2, weapons down to 1. We should see this refresh. Maybe not. Where's this one going? Where are you going? You're going way out there. A lot of ships headed to those ports, those 3 ports. Alright, well, we've looked at it a little bit. What do we want to work on today? So, the last time I was working on port constructing mill, blacksmith, and butcher. So if we go ahead and look here, we don't see any structures. I don't see any structures. So that means something is off. Alright. Let's see. Trying to buy. We can get rid of this little debug statement I had because that is now happening a lot. So we no longer need to track that. We're gonna need to. What else? I can probably get rid of out of supplies as well. So the port. Oh, interesting. So the ports are losing their supplies, but they're also selling them. So that's probably part of it, that they're selling them to ships and running out. What else do we have? No weapons. That got called. Still a decent amount of times. Will this tell us how many times? No. Okay. Well, also can get rid of that because I feel confident that it's working. So, alright, so getting rid of some code, getting rid of some comments. So now the next thing, we're just gonna go ahead and pause, select our island, which has 124 metal, almost 500 wood, and almost 1,000 food. If we select our port, there we go. Our port has not made any buildings, so let's do this. Okay. If small amount. Small amount, large amount. Let's go to this definition. What do you mean? That's shouldn't be right. Okay, let's try this again. Right. Metal limited, metal expansive. So it's generating. And how much is our island generating? Okay. Random range between world objects, resource values, amount, resource values, index. Okay. So let's go back in here. World objects, resource values. 20 to 1,000 metal. Okay, you should have made something then. Okay. What did we call this? We did. I think we did. Let's make sure. Okay. No, because it made... Did we make resources as well? Yeah, see, this buildings should be size 10. So, I think this is where we can do a little creating building. And let's just drop through here to make sure. If port is not an active thing, it's if its island subject is -1. Oh. That is no longer. I don't believe that's relevant for this loop. I just copied and pasted that without thinking about it. Okay. Alright, there we go. So that port has nothing. That port has a blacksmith. Oh, we just got hit. This one has just a blacksmith. What do we have? No, blacksmith and a mill. Let's see, what about this one? Blacksmith, blacksmith, no, blacksmith, butcher, and... Okay. So we're probably going to need to balance those things out. And I haven't been playing for a while, so we might actually be approaching the point to where I'm going to want to play again. Alright, so what do we want to create? So the point of the port, having these structures, so then it actually converts resources into materials. So that's like the first. Sorry about that. That's the first step. So we have generate building, how fancy, how fortified. We could also have something like this. I feel like this should actually be the next thing that I want to think about. So, port economy. We are depleting goods, so we need to generate goods and harvest from the island. So let's just do that today. I think we'll probably start thinking about alliances and stuff next time. So. Alright. Generating goods. What is involved with generating goods? We have our update port, harvest. Okay. Take resources from an island. Are we going to harvest wood as well? Wood and metal. I think this is where we want to have all of our buildings harvest materials. So what I'm actually going to do is say for int I 0 I is less than building count plus. And then we're going to have the buildings I dot convert. So right now our building does not have that at all. It does have a resource type and an item type. So actually, we're going to have it operate. Try and keep this consistent. Act. Generate. That's a thing that I use a lot. So, generate. So this is going to have a public int storage and public int conversion amount. So this is going to then we're going to need to get an item, so this actually is going to take in an amount, harvest amount. We're going to say storage equal plus equals harvest amount. If storage is more than our conversion amount, then so then we'll return an int here. I'll say return return 1. Set storage to 0. Storage equals 0. Return 1. Else return 0. So we're going to need to send it a harvest yeah. So I'm going to rename this to harvest all. Now we're going to have a void an int, which is going to harvest a resource type. Type. We're going to island that's not what we're on. Oh, it's just called island. Island dot get resource of our type. Return island get resource our type. And right now, resource is just simply an array of resources. Public int get resource of resource type. And we are going to say for int I is equal to 0, I is less than resources dot length I plus plus if resources I dot type is equal to our type, then we need to get, then we're going to get this. So resources I dot amount minus return 1. Int value amount minus equals value. Okay. Ooh, I just thought a little bit of math, which is just okay. So if we have 0 and we request 3, we will now be at -3. So I'm going to say if resources I amount is less than 0, then else return val, because we have enough, but else return val plus resources I dot amount. I think that's a new thing of math that I've never thought about before. So what that means is, like, if I request 3 and we're at 0, then I'll be at -3. And so I would say I want 3 plus -3 equals 0. Whereas if we're at -2, then we had 1 remaining. Cool. Okay. Int ret val equals val plus equals resources I dot amount. Resources I dot amount needs to be set to 0. Then we can return ret val. get resource from, nope, let's read. Get resource, yeah, from array. And this is going to be public int get resource. Deplete. Resource. Int val. So we're pulling that out. So deplete resource resources I. Now we can make this a lot cleaner. So we can just say resource, resource, resource. Get resource from array. And return deplete resource, else return 0. Val. Okay. Get a resource from array of R type, and right now we're just going to say 1. So then we're going to harvest buildings I dot resource type. All right, cool. Building up, building. So, gonna get rid of these plants and things. So I guess the question is, could we have, if an island has any wood or something whatsoever, do we have some sort of thing where, you know, the inn or something like that will try and try and harvest resources just for some basic supplies, could generate a few. Well, the first thing we can do is we have harvest all working. That should be generating resources. But what does generate resources mean? It means we're actually sending back an amount. So we then need to int production equals whatever this is generated. Then storage dot add to new item of buildings I dot item type. Yeah. 0. Temp item? No, we should save that out there. Some little private integers, private objects, item, temp item. I'm gonna make that equal to a new item of this is where that repetition's gonna kill me. Switch. Buildings. Dot item type. Case. Type dot construction. Temp item equals resources dot item construction basic break. What's wrong with you? Oh, can't be identical. Weapon. Item weapon. Nope. Wealth weapon. Very similar. Supply basic. Supply weapon construction. Okay. And now move this up a line. Add storage.add temp item. And we're gonna add as many as production for int i's int j is less 0, j is less than production. Nope, production j plus storage, add that. Okay, so we'll be able to get rid of this eventually, but drop this down to like a single line. But I'm not going to worry about that. For the moment, what I want to see is this stuff actually do some things. So, alright. Eat a piece of carrot cake. Oh, I really need to actually make these do stuff. Right now I don't have a storage or a conversion amount. I need to generate the building. Ugh, I don't like adding those all down. think what I'm gonna want to do actually is kind of have the prototype of this somewhere else that I can just call blacksmith small, blacksmith large, etc. Because right now, instead, I'm going to be handing this an integer of say every 5, and similar with this one, maybe 2, and this one, or the mill. Actually, let's say 1 and 2 for that. Int conversion, storage. Oh no, but this is an int. Storage. Storage. And this and storage. Okay, coming together. Sure, there's a programmer yelling at me right now. Storage. Storage is equal to storage. Get a comma in there. All right, now we can go back to this. Okay. Oh, and our building. Conversion amount should just straight up be 1. We'll have to deal with this if we ever want to actually have one item from the island convert to more than 1. But for now, this will get us part of the way there. This storage should slowly inch upward. Yep, there we go. Oh, crap. We do actually need to give it a storage amount, don't we? Yep. Or the conversion amount actually is what this should be. Storage should be set to 0. They start with nothing in storage, and then the conversion amount is what they actually need to convert into 1 unit. Also go into our world and maybe timer lengths, get this down to like 5 seconds. We should be able to see port. Yeah. So that's now got 5. Actually, not quite how we want it. I think if storage is more than or equal to. Let's try this again. Day cycle of 5, or not a day cycle. This is the ports updating. So now, if we shrink these down, supply construction should slowly. Okay. Does this have any structures? No, it does not. Yeah, this is a tiny island, so it's only going to deplete. Whereas this one does have a blacksmith, and that's all it has. So I should see the weapons increase. There we go. So that island is totally making weapons. And where are you, island? You're way out here. What that means is now our islands need to have suddenly our entire alliance probably needs to have some amount of weapons variance going on, meaning that if we end up getting into interesting fights where these alliances don't get along, which is what we want to happen, is that, like, okay, this place produces weapons, but what if none of the ports in an alliance? Oh, this is where the knock-on effects of everything really start to appear in interesting ways. So, which could create some really fun things as well. Like, if this port, if this alliance... Sorry about the noise. So right now we only have... What do we have? It's a Vict ID 1. So we have one of those. 2. But yes, there's only the one green port. Alright. So the green port. There's two different things we could think about in this situation, which is, okay, port economy. Okay. Port AI. If don't have a resource, then need to, then may need to prioritize getting that resource. If an alliance doesn't have a resource, then they either need to take over or expand, or must form must form like we must be neutral or friendly with someone who can supply. Right, if I don't have any construction materials, I need someone who has construction materials, so that either involves raiding. Yeah. Oh boy. It's starting to feel complicated. So who is the player? This feels like the fun question, right? Who is the player in all of this? I love how empty the middle of this map is. We have all these yellow over here. They're like super separated. And what's funny is just how easily we can generate a completely different one. This orange kind of has that. Green has a couple over here. Oh, yeah, they got that tiny little one as well. Purple has the whole top half of the map. Yeah, they do. Okay. Man, I almost don't want this to be a roguelike. I almost want this to be a strategy game. I mean, no reason it can't be. Just gotta figure that out. Yeah. Just have to figure out what I want this to be. Now I've generated one more thing. Purple way down here. Green kind of dominating this section. Orange over there. Orange kind of having this set of places. Cool. Alright. So if we zoom into our ports, 4, we just even do 3. Really speed up this process. Alright. What about you? You also have... Everyone's got blacksmiths, so I think the metal is probably off. So I think... Do we have... No, that one does not. That one does. Okay, maybe not. Actually, this is a decent amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 3, 6, 9, 11. Yeah, that's not bad. And what are the different sizes? So this one is size 1, size 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so that's gonna need to drop. This island probably has, yep. Are there going to be limited metals? But, okay. This is slowly dropping, but at the current rate, it would deplete in, I mean, I don't know, an hour? Okay. Alright, next up, what do we got? So, yeah, we need the sizes. Okay. Let's go ahead and stop that. Select our world. I'm gonna return this just so we evolve our world a little bit more rapidly. Metal expansive. There. Okay. I think anything over. We're gonna say 500. And we should probably do we want this to be a static, or do we want it to actually be set up in our editor somewhere? World objects. Wood 10 to 600. Food 5 to 1,000. I think wood. Anything over half. So so our food can go up to 1,000. Then we're gonna say 500 for this, and food limited will be less than 200. Actually, I'm gonna say less than 100. 150. Wood expansive can go up to that, so there, and yeah, because I think we should have one of these things. Just whether or not they need to get their metal from elsewhere. Okay. Save that, and gets us to some useful values. That we can test. We should now have, okay. Everything, just the mill. Everything, 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 nothing. Ooh. Couple of them. Everything. Couple of them. Everything. Couple. Rocky Town, Towering Port, Fellport, Sticky Town, Towering Town, Hidden Refuge. Alright. Cool. So let's see the one that doesn't have anything in it. Well, let's see this one. Okay. Next question is size 1, 1, and yeah, size 1, 2, 1, size 1, size 1, 1, 1, size 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, nothing, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. There we go. That's a big island. And there. So let's confirm. Yep. It's a big island. Should it be even bigger? Maybe. I feel like it wouldn't be bad to let our islands spread out a little bit more horizontally. Even as I do this. Resource values, port values, island values. Oh. Scale max. I'm gonna say 200. You know what I think? The thing I don't like here is I think I want it to be 120, but I want to have a handful of like big islands. Right? You know, like this one should just be, I forget the, no, what is the thing? No. Alright. You know, it's like you want like a couple islands. To be kind of like that, right? So maybe I want to just choose like 3 to 5. Alright, create islands, random range. Then we could just mega island or not, cool, large island equals false if island number is less than 5, then and random dot value is less than random value is less than 0.75, so 75% chance. F large island equals true. So large island. Now we have to go into here. Cool. Large island is large island. Random island size, island size. If is large island, then island size times equal 5F. That's actually pretty cool. It's a little... Is that too big? Yeah, I'm gonna switch it down to 4. 4. Also, it was just random, but... Oh. It's actually interesting because it's always going to have a port on it, because ports and the first set of islands are the things that generate, or the first sets of islands always generate ports. I like that, actually. Yeah, that's cool. Let's try once more. Gonna be some other things I have to tend to because of that, such as this island being inside of it. Meaning possibilities of things like a port might be inside of there. Let's see. Nope, but we're totally gonna hit that quickly in generation. Yeah, already, right there. Like literally the next time. So I think also just we're gonna start to have to think about the AI a little bit more. I do like this though. Okay. All right. Get random world position. Go to definition. Look for object T. An array of these things. Um, if less than safety distance, if this vector distance is less than safety distance, then we found a close object break. So if it's not equal to us, and it is equal to active, but the other thing we need to do is so in here, we're saying we found a close object. And so we're resetting and doing this again. But in the other case, we need a second thing, which is check that it's not a mega island. So safety distance needs to be like 3. And to find that, we just need to get our new objects island set up, and so if rj dot game object dot transform float safety temp is equal to safety distance. So we're going to set this each time. If it's a mega island, lengthen safety distance. Cool. So in that case, if game object dot transform dot local scale dot x dot x is more than where's our island setting its size? Island dot scale dot max. So error. Oh, we don't want to get component each time, but we do want to. But we are sending it an array, right, of islands. Dot. Oh, but this is T, which is an object. Crap. No, but T is... Is it saying it's a game object? Yeah. Where T is a mono behavior. We're already checking transform deposition. So we... Yeah, okay. The thing I don't like about this is that suddenly we are doing a thing that's no longer generic. We're doing a thing that is checking islands. If generic C# method where T okay. Where T conditional typing in generic. If type of T equals blah blah blah, type of string refers to cast to object. Ooh, just entering the Twilight Zone. References. Right now we are only doing it here. Get random world position. We really... Okay. Yeah. Is more than alt. You know, we're just gonna have alt. Oof, this is about to just get real messy, but I'm gonna do it anyway. If override scale. Override scale. Then safety distance times equals 2F. Okay, let's see if it freaks out. Oh, where do I call this? Islands. Object island. Where is our prototype island? use object duck. Okay. Dot scale max dot x. Yeah, that's starting to get... That is messy. And it didn't even work. Let's just try and fix this. Get random world position. Pool large island equals false. Oh. Maybe we just see if this is near. Yeah, see another. That is the... that's that, and that one was literally made right before it. Did I do the other... Did I do the wrong way around here? If the local object's scale dot x is more than the override scale, safety distance. Oh shit, that's what. Safety temp. And this also needs to be safety temp. There is still the chance that the big islands could be near each other, because it could be placed near something and then be made large. So okay, cool. Well, we've spent almost an hour and a half. It is late. I was hoping to start earlier tonight, but I think I'm going to call it there. let's see, we did have our things generating goods, and we did also have them harvesting from their islands. So we did the two very simple things that I set out to do, and it is the second, and that's fine. We also added mega islands. And look at those fighting. Pretty. I like it. Cool. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out, everyone, and I will see you next time on another episode of me making a game.